This will be an unboxing review of the Nortrac Snowblower sold by Northern Tool and Equipment. This is the 80-inch model here. So I've put it together and I'll go through that briefly. It arrives on a pallet, freight shipped, and it's inside an angle iron cage. There's the cage. It comes partially assembled. You have to put on the 3-point hitch, and I'll go through that, and you have to go put on this chute. It comes with this poorly written, poorly photographed manual. There are 2 pages of pictures. They are, to me, they're not real clear, and the wording is also not clear. There's a parts list and a schematic. It is shipped from Braber Equipment in British Columbia. It is imported from China. The weight on this 80-inch is listed here at 625 pounds, but the shipping container says 725. A PTO shaft is included. So, first things to note, the fan, there's about a 1/4 inch gap between the fan and the housing. So I may need to put on the modification that you can find on YouTube. The auger seems a little small to me, not in strength, but just in height. So I don't know. I've never had a snowblower. I don't know the effectiveness. The box is 76 inches from side to side, but there are wings on each side which give you full 80 inches. Assembling the 3-point hitch was pretty straightforward. This shaft just goes in to the main, and then it's bolted up to the top link. This was pretty straightforward. Top link gets bolted with sandwiching this brace, and then this is probably the weakest point, which some people may decide to weld. There's a sandwich here between this piece and the snowblower. So in this sandwich here, the bottom is just a plate and the top is the bracket for the handle. So you have to put the chute on. It comes partially, well, all the bolts are in the holes, and these hold down plates are actually bolted upside down underneath it. And it's not real clear from the instructions, but take all these bolts out around here. And this one is also upside down. So then there's a little plastic spacer, I guess, so that the chute will rotate. And then your 2 hold down plates go there. The plate that holds this end of the handle goes underneath. I don't know if you can see this or not. It goes underneath, and then you have this piece is welded, and then this is the top hold down plate which gets bolted on. The chute is adjustable for deflection here at the top with a bolt. Everything is nicely painted black. I'm not so sure about this handle. It turns. It's not the greatest. You can see that. There are stops, bolt and nut here on each side. They come installed upside down, so you'll flip those over, and they're not tightened. The chute is a bit wobbly. I guess that's so it will spin. But you can see how much play. I don't know if you can see how much this thing is moving. There's some play in that chute. I don't know how tight it's supposed to be. That's the way it's made. That's how much room you have between these hold down plates here and here, and the bottom of the chute right there. So I'll try to wiggle it again here. You can see. As far as getting parts, haven't dealt with that yet. Hopefully I can get this or make this spacer, as it's just made out of plastic. I'm afraid that probably won't last. Putting the handle on was not difficult, but again, it was installed backwards. You have to take the bolt out, flip this little auger thing over the opposite direction that it comes, and then there's a roll pin that goes on the end to keep it from pulling out. Just a few details I'll show. There is the chain. It's well greased. I checked all the links. The links are all tight. The fan, everything in here is painted. That's some dirt, but it's all painted. It's all very slippery. I can't imagine having to spray it with any substance. I've read about people spraying with PAM or oil or something. I think that would make it worse. When that stuff gets cold, it's going to be tacky. So I'm going to just leave it bare paint. There's the shoe. You can see welded at the bottom is a shoe, and then there's this adjustable shoe all the way at the very bottom. So you can attach, there's two holes. I attached it at the highest hole, which gives you the greatest clearance, because I'm snow blowing a gravel driveway. And I haven't yet figured out the level, whether this should be exactly flat. Right now I've got it tipped just a little bit because I want to keep these shoes from gouging the driveway. Warning stickers. You can see how I mounted the lift arms. There's a bit of an angle on the top hitch there. The reason I mounted these lift arms, and these lift arms have 3 holes, so I mounted it in the closest to the tractor. This can be pulled out 2 more holes, but my thought was keeping it as close to the tractor as possible so that I can reach the handle. I think it's going to be a little difficult. I haven't tried to use it. When it's lifted, it can be reached there from the back seat, but it's kind of a hassle. There's the PTO. It seems like a sturdy PTO shaft that comes with it. There, if you can see, is a gearbox, and that drives a shaft on to the far side where the chain the bearings are greased, and you can barely see the chain there with the tensioner. So that's the review of the unboxing of the Nortrac 80-inch snowblower, and I'll go over another review after I've used it.